Welcome back, everybody. My name is Paul. This is Morgan. We're MTG North, and today we're going to do something we haven't done in several years.
Ooh.
It's not a box opening today.
No.
Wow!
It's different.
It's different. So we're going to show off something we've been working on for a long time. I did some research back in February, the very start of February 2021. There was a store online going out of business in Canada.
Yep.
And Morgan and I had just finished collecting a revised set.
Cool set.
This gentleman had about, I can't remember, it was 40, 50, 60, somewhere in there, 7th edition foils he was selling. So I made a bulk offer on him and worked out some details, and then we came to agreement. So anyways, back February 2021, Morgan and I started collecting this 7th edition set. And here we are.
Man.
So we decided to put it in one of the 30th edition binders. We set up our setup a little differently today to try to keep the glare down. Hopefully you guys can see it. Of course, glare in binders is always a problem.
It is.
But we're just going to leave through it nice and slow, our near mint to slight play 7th edition foil complete set.
Because some of them were almost impossible to find in the near mint condition.
Even if you do have the money, right?
Without overpaying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
or paying a
Exactly.
ridiculous price. But,
I mean, there's some really cool stuff. I mean, there was some just... like this one here, Longbow Archer. That was tough to find in good shape.
Yeah, I think that was the third one I had to order. So COVID happened in the middle of us collecting this set too, right?
That's right.
So Morgan and I, we do enjoy going to shows nearby in Toronto or wherever and just searching out certain foils, right? It's so much fun.
It is. Like Northern Paladin here.
Yeah, and when we couldn't do that for about a year or so, there was no shows, obviously, right? It was ordering online.
It became tough.
Is tough. That's if you're collecting foils. Near mint is a lot different. It varies from store to store.
Well, yeah,
where you're ordering from. I will say personally, 401 Games is one of the better major Canadian retailers.
They were good.
They were good, and a lot of TCG Player was good as well. Shoutouts to Rob K. He helped us find about the last 9 or 10. Got them up from the States to us in Canada. And a big shout out to Papa Cialio, of course, two of our favorite patrons that helped us get to where we are. Papa C, he enjoys chasing stuff too, right? And he helped us chase quite a few of these as well.
Man, these blues look good. Like the Counterspell, that was an expensive one. Yeah.
Old border blue foils look so good, man.
Boomerang, nice Rebecca.
Yeah. Lord of Atlantis down there in the bottom right. You picked that one up.
Oh yeah,
I remember that way down here.
Oh yeah, man, that was cool.
Yeah,
that's just a cool. The art on that one's just different.
Yeah. We started this so long ago. This was back before Morgan and I had financially totally combined our collections and everything. And every couple of weeks, it'd just be like, I would buy like $100 worth of 7 foils, a couple $100 and be like, hey, all right, I bought these. And then the next week you would get your paycheck or whatever. And you'd be like, all right, I'm going to get these and these. And it was a lot of fun.
It was.
To go through and get the whole collection, right? That's definitely the fun part of the hobby.
It's enjoyable.
Enjoy the pursuit, right?
Very fun.
Shock It On, I talk about that a fair bit, right? It's not just about owning the card, it's also about how you acquired the card.
That's right.
And where you were when you bought it and all that fun stuff, right? Of collecting sets. It's something we don't talk about too often.
Look at these cool, the foil cut lines. You know, I don't know if it's hard to see on the camera, but maybe I'll take this one out and show it. But
sure. You and I, we like cut lines. We find that's like a little bonus, right?
So right there is when the foiling changed to a different foiling sheet.
Yeah, and like they have rolls of foil, right, that they put over top of the cards. And when one roll runs out and another one starts,
it's different.
You get that look.
That's right. That's right.
And so Morgan and I, we both enjoy those. It's like a little bonus.
Yeah, it's really
doesn't really affect the financial value a whole lot, but it's cool.
Very cool. Yeah, man. There were some really tough, and there were some black cards that were really hard to find too, right?
The hardest color to finish was red by far.
Okay.
We needed the most red cards when we got down to the last 50 or so cards.
Down the wire.
Yeah.
Some cool cards. Look at the Crypt Rats. Very nice. Duress. Man, tough to find in good shape. That was another one.
Yeah, because you had the played cards, right?
That's right.
Even if they're really cheap nowadays due to reprints, trying to find the original foil in great shape.
Darkest Hour.
Yeah. Some of the Paladins. Eastern wasn't too bad, but...
It was one of those, like, non-played Paladins. Any of the Paladins that were good, that were played, they were tough to find.
Northern was always tough to find, of course.
Even Southern. Wasn't Southern hard to find as well?
I can't remember about Southern. It doesn't stick out in my head. Fallen Angel was one of the last few, because it's expensive, but also to find it in great shape.
Because it was so played.
It was tough to find.
Yeah. Very cool.
I'm sure a lot of you out there have seen the infamous oppression video
Yes.
that Rudy has over at Alpha Investments.
There it is.
We actually found that one fairly early
Yeah,
and didn't overpay.
which was cool.
It's 300 or 400 Canadian there.
This one, man. Remember, I ordered a Ragman from a certain place. I won't name them.
And
then,
garbage.
You know,
right?
I didn't even get a call or an email. It was just like, it showed up and it's like, we didn't have this. We refunded you. I'm like,
Oh, was that it?
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, guys, come on.
Yeah.
I would have picked something different, right? But anyways, we did end up getting a Ragman. Pretty cool. Because it was an OG dark card. That's why I always liked it. I thought that it was neat.
Yeah.
What else is on this
Nightmares
page?
on this page.
Oh, classic
It was
card, man.
Played big time when I was a kid, so
Yep.
it's a lot of fun to finally get one of those.
All right. Let's see what else we get. What else is on this page? Strands of Night was a cool one. I like the art on that. Racer Tooth Rats.
Yeah.
Yawgmoth's Edict. There's the Western Paladin.
This card has a story. So back when I was a poor college kid and 7th edition came out, I went down and I spent like my last $30 on a slice of pizza and some 7th. And I actually pulled that Hellkite out of a 7th pack myself.
Yep.
And at the time, I just had buyer's regret, right? Because I was a broke college student. Why did I buy Magic cards? And I kept it for a while. And then years later, I sold most of my collection to you because you got back in at Cons of Tarkir.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I sold a bunch of my stuff to you. And then several years after that, we recombined collections, and now the Hellkite, that's still
back.
the original one.
That's right. It came back.
You didn't sell it, and
Never.
there it is.
Because it was so cool. It was like, well, that's cool. 7th foils are cool. So I just...
I actually pulled that one back in 2001 or whenever it was.
And here it still is.
Yeah. There's a second card, the Wildcats as well, but the Hellkite.
The Utabi.
Yeah, Utabi Wildcats.
That's right.
To that.
Goblin Matron. Got that last year at the show.
At the show, yeah. From House of Cards, I think it was.
Yes, it was. Goblin King, very cool.
Yeah, both of those are expensive ones.
Final Fortune.
Final Fortune. I drove to a parking lot and picked that up from a nice guy who, that was the last card he had to sell in his collection. He talked to me for probably 45 minutes about just Magic in general and his memories and having a sellout, right? I think he was getting married at the time. So hopefully he's still together and he doesn't miss his Final Fortune.
Yep. Very neat. Got some cool ones like Lava Axe and Goblin War Drums. That's a classic, right?
Yeah.
Was it Fallen Empires?
Lava Axe is pretty cheap. There's a few old border foils of Lava Axe.
What else do we get? Pillage. Good card. Seismic Swans.
The old Swans. Now you're missing a card. You're missing 2 cards up there, Morgan.
Let's see the first one.
Okay, this is the first one. That's our Shivan. It goes in the top row there. And obviously, it doesn't fit in the binder. But 9s. It's crazy. I picked that up because it was like $100 more than the next cheapest one that was ungraded and definitely not near mint. The eBay listing says near mint, but you can see in the pics.
Of course.
It's not near mint. And then there was the same idea with this guy, the Trained Org. It is a rare at least, right?
Yeah. Trained Org, 9.
But it was better, more cost efficient to just buy a graded 9 than an ungraded card.
And it's got the cut line.
Yeah.
So that's also neat.
But the Shivan's nice to have as a graded 9, actually. Yeah. I really like that card.
Shivan's a classic, right?
Yeah.
Like OG ABU. All right. Look at that hammer. It's volcanic.
It's hot.
Oh, man. Don't touch it. All right. Into the green.
So obviously the top left page there, that's the big dog of the set.
Right there. Birds of Paradise.
So you and I, we live a couple hours away from a store called Enter the Battlefield. And good guys working there. They cut us a bit of a deal. We drove down and picked it up ourselves. Obviously it's a big investment, so.
Yep. It's gradable.
Yeah, I think we'll probably grade that someday.
Yeah. That was a very, very expensive card, and I mean, after looking for so long, right? Because you're like, oh, it's near mint. Is that near mint? And when you're going to spend this much money on a card, you kind of want to see it in person before you bite the bullet and order one online, right? Pictures.
And then also, it's like you could save $1,000 and get a played copy or a non-English copy or something. It's like, no. we don't want to do that, right? If you're going to spend that money, spend the extra bit to get the better version of the card. Or else you're just going to look at it and wish you had a better copy of it.
At the time, yeah. Grizzly Bears. Toot.
Lenore Elves, bottom right corner. We picked that up a long time ago with the
sweet
Lenore.
Gang of Elk.
Yeah. Yes, boys.
Oh, wait. I'm in this set. You know that, right?
Where are you?
Hold on. I'll show you. There I am now.
What one is it? I don't remember.
Look. Oh, it's not going to show because the light's bad. The dude has the biggest mustache. And he's just hanging out with elk in the field. Rowan. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. Oh, don't worry about that. That's just a failed experiment going on in the background.
So we got the Rowan, which was neat. I always liked that one. I thought it was kind of cool.
So Thorn Elemental.
Oh.
You'll see this guy everywhere for cheap. It was actually in, what was it? The computer game?
Oh, yeah.
It was in a promo. It's a promo for the set.
So everybody got one.
It's like $5 everywhere. But then I'm pretty sure it was in one of the Urza sets. And I just had to pick it up too. And it's way more expensive.
Yeah. Because it was not a promo, right?
Yeah.
Stream of Life, OG.
Thorn Elemental's the card everybody has from 7th.
That's right.
Foil. What was on here? Wild Growth, wasn't it?
Yep.
It's
you have my Enchantress too, right?
Enchantress. But Wild Growth's a common, but it's one of those commons that's a couple $100.
Yeah.
It's not cheap because it's a classic.
There's the Wildcats.
Yeah, there it is. I pulled that as well.
Yep. It's another rare, right? So, like, that's cool, man.
What else? Coat of Arms, picked that up. Ensnaring Bridge. Coat of Arms we picked up at Command Fest last year,
that's right.
Or 2 years ago, even now. It was like the first event we went to after COVID, I think.
Yes.
We picked that up. It was awesome.
Howling Mine.
Yeah. We actually got that pretty cheap.
Ensnaring Bridge.
Bridge is beautiful.
And the diamonds, man.
Oh, but look it up here. The Dingus egg.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You Dingus. I love it.
Look at this flying carpet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. So, yeah, there's so many cool. And this is a big set, right?
Yeah.
So we got, what do we got? Meekstone on this page. It was one of the bigger ones.
This is one of the bad memories of the set, Storm Cauldron. It's not a cheap card. And I did order it online from a Canadian store I won't mention. And it showed up. If I were to grade it, I would guess it would have got about a 4.
But it just wasn't.
And they were claiming it was near mint. And yeah, man, I got mad at that one.
Yeah.
Some nasty emails exchanged.
Yeah. So is that a different one?
No, I think we have to replace it.
All right.
That's one of the ones on our to replace list.
We'll upgrade that. That puzzle box was in nice shape.
Yeah.
Very good.
A Dark Car Waste is where you start. The lands in this set, not cheap at all.
Oh, boy.
Every single one of them.
There's the Brushland.
Brushland. City of Brass, we bought at Command Fest last year.
Also, yes.
From House of Cards, I believe it was as well.
Carplusion Forest. Very nice.
And you get another blank
some
page
missing
there.
Paul.
Thanks, Rob K. He managed to find this online for us at a good deal.
Oh,
and that is just straight 9s across the board, but it's back at 9, so I'm pretty happy with it.
So it's like a PSA 10.
Yep, it really is.
Sulphura Springs, man.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
And then the binder works out that there's one card left, and there he is, Underground River.
So
I put him near the middle.
That's right.
That's the set.
That's right.
That is an entire set of 7th edition foils.
So yeah, really cool. Took us 3 and a bit years to complete.
Yeah, and it's probably the most fun thing you and I do in the card business is build sets like this.
It's
right?
fun.
I personally enjoy the chase. I love looking for cards. Discovering new websites that you never discovered, new stores you never discovered. It's fun to go and drive and actually physically, go out of your way, go a couple of hours out of your way, or if you're going somewhere with your family or something, you're going to towns you've never been to.
You look.
Spend 10 minutes before you go, find, hey, here's a store and here's a store. Honey, I'm just going to pop in here quick.
That's right.
2 hours goes by and you're in trouble.
Yep. And to put this into perspective, guys, there's no official print run data, but the rares in the foil in the 7th are equivalent to getting an alpha rare.
Yeah,
is what they say.
A lot of people put them on the same level, right?
So you're in around the 1100 mark. So that's tough.
Yeah. There's lots of other great videos out there explaining why 7th edition foils are great. I think Matt Custer Mage has one up.
Yep.
Definitely check those out if you want to learn more about 7th.
Yeah.
And next time you're at a show or you're somewhere and you see a nice pristine 7th edition foil, even if it's a common or whatever, man, and it's fair price, pick it up. It's not a bad investment.
No. Very cool.
Yeah.
Magic's first foil core set.
Yes.
Yep.
Core set. So now we're doing Destiny and Legacy.
Yes.
We got those about half done. There's a few big ones we still need to get, but we got some lineups. So we picked some up this past weekend at Command Fest again. It's a lot of fun to go out. Speaking of Command Fest, we also donated $305 Canadian to a food bank over the weekend.
Yes, we did.
And we got a free Burnt Jewel Lotus autographed by 8th place Dave. Unfortunately, the mail system, I wanted to showcase it in today's video as well.
Not here.
The mail system didn't get it here in time. We'll show it in, I don't know, Tuesday's video or something, just for fun. But that was a lot of fun to buy as well. Stuff like that, right?
Yep.
Just silly stuff.
Having fun, Paul. It's what we do.
So yeah, that's how I connected all, right? Yeah, we donated to the food bank and stuff. Dave, actually, he has a video of it signed over on his channel. I can link it in the description. It's just a minute and a half. You can guys go see it if you want to see it right now. But
or you can see the video of him burning it too.
For sure. Yeah. Dave's a good friend of ours. Thanks, Dave. Lots of love to Dave. And Command Fest, anything like that, guys, I highly encourage you to go out and check it out. Even if you're not going to play. I mean, it's better if you're going to play.
Go shop.
But yeah, shop or trade or just experience an event if you've never been before. Plan a light day if it's your first day going.
Oh, yeah.
And you can browse thousands of cards like this. I'm sure the US shows are even bigger than the Canadian ones.
Oh, yeah.
But honestly, the ones face-to-face has been putting on. They actually have multiple vendors there now, which makes it awesome for people like us.
Yes.
But it's not just a small hole in the wall with 30 guys playing Modern anymore, right? Like, it's starting to recover from COVID.
Commander, everything. It's doing really well.
About that. Yeah. So we're kind of going off on a tangent there. Let us know if you got any questions, guys, or, if you want more information. This is going into a safety deposit box now, so it won't be out in plain sight. That's why we wanted to videograph it. That's not a word, but closing thoughts, Morgan?
Well, this was a very tough, fun set to build, and guys, it's something that's fun to do. If you enjoy doing it, do it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 7 foils. No. We started with Revise because we wanted a playset of not a playset, but just a set of duels, right? Yeah. That's always a great place to start if you're new to Magic. Just start picking up dual lands, even if they're a little played, right? It's players' copies of dual lands are a great place to start. That's right. A little more affordable. So we've done the Revise. We got a set of the Dark as well. Is that about it?
For right now,
For right now, because then we hit 7th. But 7th is done. Now we're doing the Urza stuff. It's a lot of fun. And
thinking about maybe some Arabian Nights.
Might do some Arabian Nights after. It's not something that you have to go out and do immediately, right? Just
take time.
Enjoy collecting Magic cards, trading cards, whatever you collect out there, guys. That's the whole point of today's video.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this long. We got a ton of breaks coming up now. We did pick up a serialized spaghetti Emrakul. So we're gonna do over the next 8 days. We're gonna be finding one winner from each video. Then we're gonna have 8 packs opened in the last video on Canadian Thanksgiving Monday, which I believe is Columbus Day in the States as well. So that'll be all this next week coming up, guys. There's going to be a ton of openings. It's going to be a ton of fun. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Drop us a like. Leave a comment. We'll talk soon, okay?
Thanks, everyone.